Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you are doing good. So, welcome back to our EVS class. Today, we shall see about adaptations for survival in animal. Okay. So, it is the fourth chapter in your science. The third chapter is not there for your exams. So, we shall learn it later when we have time. Okay. So, today you are going to learn about adaptations for survival in animals. So in the previous class we saw what are adaptations for plants. Do you remember? You learned what is terrestrial plants and aquatic plants. Okay. So today we are going to see about the animals. So shall we start? Okay. So Miss will read and explain. Just listen carefully. Okay, children? So first, just like plants, animals also live in a variety of habitats. Okay. In fact, animals also live everywhere on the earth. All places on the earth do not have the same kind of condition, and all conditions do not favor the survival of animals. Isn't it? Do we have the same climate and same conditions everywhere? No, it changes. So every animal also requires different conditions. So what is that condition called? Yes, it is called adaptation. So animals have thus developed different features which enable them to cope with difficult situation. Okay, so the animals have different features. That is, they might have different type of skin, okay, different type of leg patterns to adapt or to live in a particular situation. Okay, so that is called your adaptation. What is it called? Adaptation. Okay, so this process is called adaptation. What is this process called? Adaptation. We can say that adaptation is a change in structure, function or behavior. Okay, what is it? Adaptation is a change in structure, function or behavior by which an individual improves its chances of survival in a specific environment. Okay, so it is a change in structure, function or behavior by which individual improves its its chances of survival in a specific environment. Is it clear? Okay. Now we are going to see the animals that adapt to their habitat. Okay, what is a habitat? Yes, it is given here. Habitat is the area or environment where an organism normally lives or occurs. Okay, that is called aquatic habitat. Okay, those which live in water. Terrestrial or those which live on land. That is called your habitat. Okay, so the ones that are not able to adapt, what will happen to them? They will die and slowly become extinct. Okay, some animals which were available in more number, after a few years they will be reduced. That is called extinction. Okay, adapting to a particular environment is not a 1 or 2 day process. Can you just adjust with 1 day in a new place? No. It takes over hundreds and thousands of years to happen. So let's learn how animals adapt themselves in different ways to survive. So shall we start? Okay, so now we are going to see about adaptations to habitat. Okay, see, did you see this picture? Okay, so what is habitat? Habitat is the natural home of an animal. So your home is your habitat because it is the natural place where you live. Okay, what all things will it provide you? It will give you food, water and shelter. Okay, what all things? Food, water and shelter. Shelter is the place where you live, which an animal needs to survive. These three things are very essential for survive. Okay, there is a variety of habitats on the earth. So animals can therefore be grouped as, okay, you have 5 different groups. Okay, they are, first one is called terrestrial. What is the first one called? Terrestrial. Okay, we learned in plants also. Terrestrial means which live on land. Okay, Second one is called aquatic. What is it? Aquatic. It is those which live on water. The next one is called amphibians. Okay. Amphibians. Next is aerial. Okay. And arboreal. Okay. What are the five? Terrestrial, aquatic, amphibians, aerial and arboreal, on the basis of the habitats they live. So don't forget, learn all these five spellings thoroughly. Okay. What are they? Terrestrial. Okay. Terrestrial, aquatic, amphibians, aerial and arboreal. Okay. So shall we start with the first one? What is the first one? Yes, it is terrestrial. What is the spelling of terrestrial, children? Listen here. Terrestrial. Terrestrial. Okay. So terrestrial animals are, what are they? They are the animals that live on land. Yes. Where do they live? They live on land. So what are the examples? Dogs, cats, horses and lions are some terrestrial. Only few are given. Okay. They have the following adaptation. So now we are going to see what are all the adaptations they have. Okay. So the first adaptation is terrestrial animals have well-developed nervous system. What do they have? Well-developed nervous system. Okay. And sense organ, which enable them to sense changes in their surrounding. Okay. So what are the two things? They have a well-developed nervous system. Okay. Nervous system and sense organ. Don't forget these two words. Nervous system and sense organ. Okay. Second point, most of them have 4 legs. How many legs do they have? Most of them have 4 legs, which help them to walk, jump and move on the land or to hunt and defend themselves. Okay. So they have 4 legs. How many legs? 4 legs. What are the exceptions? Snakes. Do they have legs? No. They do not have legs, but they live on land. They are terrestrial. They possess scales or plates which enable them to crawl. Okay, they crawl using the scale or plate. Okay. Next one, they have lungs to breathe. So how do they breathe? With their lungs. The fourth point, animals living in desert have a thick skin. Okay, because in desert they have a thick skin with very little hair. Okay, if you have more hair, you will feel very hot, warm. Okay. Their skin protects them from burning heat of the sun. Okay, skin will protect from the heat of the sun. Some of these animals are what? Camels, ship of the desert. Do you remember? In lower class you have learned, right? Camel is called the ship of the desert. So camels have special organs to store water because water is not easily available in deserts. Okay. So what are the 4 adaptations of your terrestrial animal? Yes, the first one, they have a well-developed nervous system and sense organ. Second point, most of them have 4 legs. Third, they have lungs to breathe. And the final point, animals living in deserts have thin skin with very little hair on it. Is it clear? Okay. So now the 5th point about your terrestrial animals. What are they? Animals living in cold region. We saw animals living in desert. Now in cold region, which are the animals? Yak, polar bear, penguins, etc. Right? So yak and polar bear have what? Thick skin with fur on it. Okay, they have thick skin with fur on it to keep them warm. Okay. Some of them, like penguins and seals, have a thick layer of fat under their skin. Okay. Which are the things? Penguins and seals have thick layer of fat under their skin. They are called blubber. What are they called? Blubber. B-L-U-B-B-E-R. Okay. This helps to keep their body warm and is used for as food in winter. So it keeps their body warm and it is used as food in winter. Now animals like your bears and frog. Okay, what are they? Bears and frog become inactive and sleep for several months in cold condition. Have you heard? Okay, so what happens? Bear and frog all will go and sleep for many months in cold season, it seems. Why? To protect them from cold. They are not able to survive in cold. So they become inactive and sleep during that period. So this period is called hibernation. What is it called? Hibernation or winter sleep. Okay, what is it? Hibernation or winter sleep. Now see here, a snake has scales which help it to crawl. We saw. What is this? Camel. Yes, so camel lives in desert and it stores fat in its hump to survive scarcity of food and water. Okay. Now the next one is your polar bear. It has a thick skin with fur on it to keep it warm. Is it clear? So shall we shift to the next one, which is called your aquatic animals. What are they called? Aquatic animals. So as the name you know, aqua. So are the animals that live in water. Where do they live? They live in water. What are the examples? Fish, seahorse and octopus are some aquatic animals. Okay, so you can see the picture below. Okay, some aquatic animals. Fish, duck, goose. Okay. They have the following adaptations. So now we are going to see about the adaptations of aquatic animals. So what is the first one? They have fins or limbs. What do they have? Fin. In fish you can see fins and limbs to help them to swim. Okay. Aquatic birds, what are they? Ducks and geese have webbed feet. Their feet will be webbed, which help them to push water back while swimming. Okay. Next, most of them breathe through their gills. In the previous we saw land animals breathe with their lungs. In water, the animals breathe through gills. Okay, they breathe through gills. What are the exceptions? Whales. Only whales will breathe through their lungs. Okay. Some of them have a thick layer of fat called blubber under the skin to keep them warm and help them to float. Is it clear? So 3 adaptations are given for aquatic animals. What is the first one? They have fins or limbs for swimming. Okay. Second one, most of them breathe through their gills. Exception is your whale. Third one, they have a thick layer of fat under the skin for what? Keeping them warm. Is it clear? Now we are going to see about the next one. Do you know what it is? Yes, it is a frog. It belongs to amphibians. Where does it belong? Amphibian. So what is an amphibian? Amphibians are the animals that live both on land and water. So they are able to live on land as well as in water. Okay. What are the examples? Frogs, toads and newts are some amphibian. Okay. So they have the following adaptation. So we are going to see what are the adaptation. So only 2 adaptations they have given you. First one, they have limbs to facilitate swimming. Previously also we saw, right? So they have limbs to facilitate swimming. Some of them have webbed feet and tails to help them swimming. So apart from limbs, they also have webbed feet or tails for swimming. Second one, they breathe through their moist skin. So how do they breathe? Through the skin when they are in water. Okay. And when they are on land, they breathe through the lungs. Is it clear? This is the adaptation for your amphibians. So with this today's class, we shall complete today's class. Read the lesson thoroughly, children. Take care, be safe and be happy. Thank you.